there's a hurricane that either is about to or has hit the coast of California.
I heard about
which
it.
is the first time that's ever happened since the 30s.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a bunch of TikToks where it's like people with the scuba gear on while they're in like wheelchairs.
Yeah.
It says California residents next week or something like that, or on Tuesday or something.
So
it's supposed to hit, I think, Monday.
Yeah.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
I'm gonna find that guy and message him and be
My
like,
favorite
"Hey,
ice cream.
guess what, Steve? You're McFlurry to me." Good old Steve McFlurry.
Good old Steve McFlurry.
Yeah.
Welcome
to
another episode of Itchy Sweater. Ooh. We are your humble servants, John Wick and Kane. And
oh, that's his name. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kane the wrestler? Kane
and Chris Benoit.
My name is Kane.
And I am a Rudy Poo candy ass.
God, I love that guy and his insults. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah, Rock was always cooking on the mic.
Oh, how fitting The Rock was cooking.
He was cooking.
Did you smell it?
I smelled it. But yeah. How we doing today, Kyle?
Man, I'm good. I especially after last night. Last night was fun.
Last night was nice.
We had a nice little I think it was Kohler sponsored bowling event that my company got invited to, and the will call at Derek's work got invited to, and Derek had the pleasure of being a +1 in going.
Absolutely.
So once I heard Derek was going, I knew it was on.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah. It was time to go.
And then I was kind of hoping you guys would have made it there by the time we sat down.
Yeah.
And then I had Matt and his wife next to me, and I'm like, they're like, can we join you? And I was like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I wish I got there on time. It would have been a lot better.
But I was going to move behind us to you guys, and then James sat back there, and I was like, well,
yep.
I guess we're just going to do it like this.
Yeah, but it was just him and Lee, and then
who I have no idea who the hell that kid is.
Yeah, I don't know either. But it was just him and Lee, and then it was just like the rest of the board was empty.
Yeah.
So then me and Sarah joined, and that was 4 out of 5. So we still had just player 5 up there. So me and Sarah just took turns.
At least your player 5 wasn't by Kyle.
Yeah, by Kyle.
Bye, Kyle.
Yeah, that was all night. That was funny.
Oh man, playing against bowlers, that was interesting.
Yeah, people who actually bowl.
Yeah,
you get to see like how good they actually are.
Brought their own balls.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah, sometimes they have their own balls, their own shoes.
Oh,
they got their own gear where they can wipe the ball down.
They've got their own like throwing techniques.
Absolutely.
And everything. Like Matt was doing it last night. Obviously, you saw it. It was like, holy shit, he can curve that ball.
Oh yeah.
Like riding that line between the gutter and the lane.
Yep, and then it comes in nice and easy.
Oh my
and it
gosh.
just slices the pins.
It's just so. That's got to be such a feeling of satisfaction.
Oh yeah.
To see that.
Oh yeah, and to hear all those pins.
Oh yeah.
It just like spread
and I'm
apart.
like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
Really?
The real cool thing is when you have like a 2-pin split, and you use one of the pins to knock the other one down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else was cool?
What's that?
Shouting insults at your friend and seeing if they can mess up.
2 really got me. The Rock is going to give you 6 inches. That one got me.
The Rock is going to give you 6 inches.
That one killed me. And then there was
that
one.
Right behind you.
Yeah. The rest of them were just objectively wrong. Like Kendrick is not a good...
A24
Kendrick is actually not a good, or a good rapper. A24 doesn't make good movies.
Hereditary wasn't
scary. Yeah. Those are just objectively wrong things.
When I downright am like, I had nightmares about this shit. No, it was a good time. It definitely showed competitiveness between friends and all that. Great time. You, Sarah, me, Kayla, the rest of the company.
Oh, yeah.
Found out who my new salesman is now.
Dope.
Did you see who was there?
Yep.
That's our new salesman.
Yep, I heard he got a new position. That's
You know,
that's pretty wild.
You know, it was between, because I know he doesn't listen to this. You know, it was between him and Clayton.
Really?
And when he told me that, when Josh told me that, I said, by God, please never put that on anybody. He's like, you don't like him? I was like, it's not that I don't like him. It's that I know what his work ethic's like. My not my father-in-law, my stepdad, he works for a plumbing company up in Waco, and he deals with him. And he said he hates it. The guy never answers his phone, doesn't do any phone calls, doesn't work on pricing, nothing.
Wow.
So I'm like, thank God you didn't fuck us.
What a piece of work.
So, no, it was definitely a good night, though. It was fun. It was fun.
Cool.
Lots of different people, interesting conversations, and all that good stuff.
Nice.
But I am glad we didn't fight about any of it, though.
Yeah. That is good. It was just a nice, easy, fun time.
Yeah.
Everything was cool. Good food, good drinks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the food was actually really good.
The food was actually, it was better than I thought it'd be.
Like, Kayla didn't like those little burgers, but I love those.
I thought
things.
they were
amazing.
Good. Yeah, I thought they were fine.
The wings were good.
The wings were good.
The pizza was good.
Those were nuggets.
Nuggets. Sorry, the nuggets.
Yeah.
The boneless chicken bodies.
Yeah, I know people will call those people like when there's no bone. People just say they're nuggets.
Yeah. They were good though.
They were good,
and the pizza was good. I was like, man, this place is actually
the pizza was actually solid.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, because I was looking at the pizza. I was like, I'll try it.
Yeah,
and then I ate it. I was like,
it looked like real thin, like they were gonna skimp on everything. But I was like, man, I can actually taste everything.
It was actually pretty good. I wish I showed up more hungry because of the food. Yeah. Because I came already eating something because I was like, they'll probably just be like little finger foods. It won't be that big of a deal. But when I actually saw what they had and I tasted it, I was like, I should have brought my appetite.
Yeah.
So yeah. It was good. But I want to talk about something that's been very recent and something that's not as fun.
Oh no.
These freaking wildfires, man. Now, before we talk about the main wildfires, I want to talk about a TikTok I saw this morning. All right.
Oh, okay. So I don't know about. All right.
I opened up a TikTok, and I'm pretty sure it was in West Texas. It was, out there in the desert.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing out there.
Yeah, and there was a Jack in the Box.
Sorry, this fucking guy is something else.
There was a Jack in the Box. And one of the customers was going to the Jack in the Box, and you know how they have that sign and those little clay balls. You know how they have like the Jackson Box sign on the side, and it's like in like that little set. It's just like a little sign in like
just a post and a square, and it says Jack in the Box.
Yeah, and it's in that little what do you call that? It's like these clay rocks.
Okay,
they're like really brown, reddish looking rocks. Yeah.
Those
were on fire.
What the hell?
The rocks were actually on fire.
Do you still have this?
I could probably go find it.
That's insane.
It was like a 3 foot wide little circular fire.
The rocks themselves.
The red rocks themselves
were on fire.
Yeah, it'll probably take you a while to find it. But yeah, that's how hot it has been. That stuff's just actually straight up just catching a blaze. So that's been.
I don't have TikTok anymore.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll look for it later. But yeah,
really, the actual rock was on fire.
Mm-hmm. It's been that dry and that hot.
Well, and you wouldn't think that rocks would have any. I mean, like moisture or something to keep them from burning.
Excuse me. Yeah, and I'm thinking it's not only the fact that they're so hot, but there is a little bit of a current running under it from the sign.
Maybe.
Which is probably causing some of the even more excessive heat.
Yeah.
So it's just catching flame.
Well, they say that Tuesday there's possibly some rain coming in.
Possibly.
Lord knows we need it.
Now, this is what sucks about my default weather app on my phone is because it'll show you 10 days, but it can change in those 10 days.
It always changes.
The only thing that is accurate is maybe the day you're on. But
yes.
I saw Friday that this past Friday.
Okay.
I saw that it said Tuesday and Wednesday, 96 degrees, 97 degrees, 40% chance of rain, and I think a 30% chance of rain on the next day.
Okay.
I check the next day. It says 101, 103, no chance of rain.
Are you shitting me? So
I'm going to check it again now.
I was just about to look at mine because mine, I remember...
Round Rock, Texas? Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, 101, 103, partly cloudy.
Tuesday, 19%. Wednesday, 6.
Yeah.
And they said it was supposed to be in the 90s.
Yeah. And I was trying to get my gecko by then because I was like, we can ship it in the 90s, we can't ship it when it's 100 degrees. And I was supposed to get my gecko. Then I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Damn, that sucks. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's gonna be cloudy. It's gonna be even worse. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but about those wildfires.
But the wildfires in Hawaii.
Oh
dude.
man.
We'll talk about the ones in Texas, but the ones in Hawaii have like.
Do we know how that started?
I'm pretty sure much like just a bunch of other wildfires start, like just
Stupid
dry.
people?
Well, sometimes it's just dry grass that gets either too hot or somebody throws a cigarette out. Somebody does something stupid with fire outside. Somebody pours something hot on the ground. Like it can start by a lot of different things, and it just completely ravaged that place. Now, here's something that really screwed Hawaii up. Mm-hmm. Hawaii has these plants that are basically useless. These plants were basically put there. I can't remember what they are. These plants were put there by like settlers who came, like one of the first people who like conquered Hawaii and tried to make it a U.S. state, all that stuff.
Okay.
And they left their seeds of these plants that grow taller than people. They're like 7 foot, 8 foot tall plants.
Oh,
no, they're not trees, they're plants. And the problem is they get really dry. They're really dry and they're really wavy. So you know what happens like with hay if it catches fire. It spreads like crazy.
It's done.
And so this stuff was catching the flames and going up like crazy, and it was waving, which was basically brushing the fire. So now the fire's catching the waves, and now it's spreading even quicker.
Wow.
So yeah, so Hawaii was just screwed from the start.
Damn. You know what's funny is we didn't even talk about this last summer.
Yeah.
We didn't have to talk about this, but I mean, it seems like since I went camping a couple weeks ago to now, I mean, there's the Hawaii fire, and then there's, I mean, how many fires we've had in Texas so far?
Yeah.
What? I thought this place was like humid and had, you know,
we're
water
averaging
and air. Like, what the fuck?
We're averaging 20 natural disasters. I think.
Don't say a day.
No, not a day.
Okay.
I think a month or every couple months. And a natural disaster is what's called. In the past 3 years, we've had like over 60 or more. So maybe it's 20 a year, which is way too many. And a natural disaster is what's anything like a tornado, hurricane, earthquake, whatever that totals $1 billion. And that's how many we've had. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yep. So it's just, you know.
Yeah, and the thing is like, especially like me, I grew up with the California wildfires, you know, my whole life.
Yeah.
And now to kind of see them, you know, we go from there to here. We don't worry about it. You know, the past, I don't know what, 2019, 20, 22, 23.
Yeah.
It'll be 4 years.
Yep.
We haven't really dealt with it. And now it's kind of followed us. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't get away from this shit.
There's a hurricane that either is about to or has hit the coast of California.
I heard about it.
Which is the first time that's ever happened since the 30s.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a bunch of TikToks where it's like people with the scuba gear on while they're in like wheelchairs.
Yeah.
It says California residents next week or something like that, or on Tuesday or something.
So
it's supposed to hit, I think, Monday.
Yeah, and then some of the residual storms from that are going to sweep this way. But listen, I don't really care which side anyone leans politically. If you don't believe in at least somewhat in climate change caused by us, I don't know what to tell you.
I want to know who's got the keys to the machine that's making the weather. Do we just blame Trump? Is that our thing?
No, it's Mitch McConnell.
Oh, it's Mitch McConnell.
Yeah,
that's why he didn't want to talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Do you want to go back to your office?
Do you have anything else to say? You okay? Do you want to go back to your office?
No, I want to talk. I want to tell everybody.
It's like if this is supposed to be said quietly, then you step away from the mic. Yeah. that guy was put your hand over it. Yeah, the guy was like, do you want to talk? Do you want to say anything to the press, or do you want to go back home?
Yeah, I would. Fuck bitches, get money.
Like, put his mouth like right next to. But anyway,
that's when Mitch McConnell stands up.
Yeah.
No limps or anything. Acts like
Exactly.
a spry 20-year-old and says,
Right.
"Where the white women at?"
right? It just, I think people say he's even more lost his mind if that happened.
I'd vote for him at that point.
Yeah, forever term. He's never
Forever.
He's never getting replaced.
He just wants his dick sucked.
right. I want him to rule from the casket. But have you seen the aftermath photos in Hawaii?
Oh, the Hawaii fires. So they
like The Walking Dead.
It's weird because do you remember the Paradise Fire that happened in California not too long ago, like a few years ago?
Yeah, a few years ago. Yeah.
I say not too long ago. It's been years. It reminded me a lot of that because there's structures and stuff still standing, and this thing has just wiped it out.
Just ravaged it.
Just ravaged through villages and cities, and I mean, absolutely tearing this place apart.
Wow.
This wonderful place that, we all have in our mind, like, I'm going to go there. That's a vacation place. It's one of the most beautiful places ever. Now it's being burnt down. And they say that a lot of people are calling, like a lot of the local people are calling, not tourists, but like airlines and other people to stop the flights and be like, hey, don't come here.
Yeah.
Like there's shit going on here. We need to.
Yeah, you're trying to have a vacation.
Yeah.
People are trying to clean up
Exactly.
and salvage whatever they have of their life. People are dead.
Oh yeah. They've run out of this amount of food,
Resources
and
water.
You're sitting there like, so when do we get to learn how to surf?
Right. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's bad. I really wish that people would just, kind of get it.
Yeah.
It'd be common sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like I said, when growing up with it, we're attached to the United States, so it wasn't as big of a deal, and then you come here and you have the freeze. That was kind of a big deal because nobody could get into a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of get that feeling of, oh, shit, maybe they are going through what we went through. They're secluded. They're on an island, however far Hawaii is from, what's the nearest part, California? Oregon, something like that.
California, I think.
However far it is from there,
Yeah.
They can't get food. They can't get resources. And now they're dealing with people still coming there, trying to be on vacation, which is so dumb.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Why would you vacation to a spot that has one of the biggest wildfires?
Yeah.
Ever.
and we see,
especially in Hawaii.
You seen those videos like the planes flying over and like it's like the entire freaking island's on fire.
It's dumb. People just don't have common sense these days.
Yeah, just get your money back, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Speaking of getting your money back, let's talk about Michael Orr.
Let's talk
better known as the kid from The Blind Side.
Yes.
It wasn't all we hoped and dreamed, was it, Derek?
No, apparently not. That story always kind of made me go, that doesn't sound all the way right. And
I mean, it's a touching story, like the way they wrote it.
Yeah,
definitely a touching story.
Oh, for sure. But there's definitely some tomfoolery afoot with the family.
So, if you don't know, Michael Orr was a kid growing up in I don't even know where they were. Where was the movie based?
I forgot.
Whatever state it was, in a bad area. And these two, I think, Ole Miss alumni people. Is it Ole Miss?
Yeah, I think it was Ole Miss.
Took him in off the streets, gave him clothes, gave him a chance to have an education. He was this big kid, so he succeeded at football, ended up going to college.
Mm-hmm. Played for the Panthers.
Getting drafted by, I think, the Ravens, I want to say.
I think that might have been his first team. I know he went to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, he lived this great life, and he got all these dreams. And
Memphis, Tennessee.
Was it Tennessee?
Yeah.
Mama, I made it, those kind of moments. But now, I think it started like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It came out that he doesn't own any rights to the movie.
Nope.
He doesn't own any rights to any of his college stuff, his NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically, all the money he could have made is going to is it the Tuohys? Leanne and
Tuohy family.
I think it's Tuohys.
Yeah.
They apparently are basically scam artist him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's coming for him.
Mm-hmm. There's a lawsuit now.
Which I would have thought when they made this movie
that there would have been
that something would have come out.
And it was the University of Mississippi.
It was?
School. Yeah.
Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
I honestly thought something would have come out and he would have been like, hey, this isn't exactly true. I need my money. Where's my contract for the movie?
Yeah.
Where's my royalties?
Yeah.
The movie's about you. You're supposed to have royalties for it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I think he probably didn't know the road to go down when it came to lawsuits. He probably didn't have the know-how, or it might not even have the type of legal power or legal fees that you would need to have to go through something like that.
And that's the sad part,
because you're not only dealing with the family, you're also
Yes.
dealing with the movie.
The movie.
Production.
Whoever made it, Fox or Century or whoever. But you would think that he would have the legal power. I mean, he's an employee at that time of the NFL.
Yeah.
Which is one of the biggest moneymakers we have.
Although the NFL is currently in the books as a non-profit.
Anyways. So yeah, apparently we need the real movie.
Yeah, the Michael Orr cut.
The Michael Orr cut of this movie.
Yeah.
And he needs his money.
Yeah. I agree. But yeah, there's been a lot of real issues surrounding that entire film. And yeah.
And here's the thing is I mean, supposedly, and this is going off of the movie that we saw. Mm-hmm. Supposedly he was super good at football, and he deserved this whole thing. But if you look, because I want to look at his stats. What is this as of? Okay, so hold on. Orr played in 98.4% of the team's snaps, allowed a career low of 4 sacks, tied for 8th fewest in the league, and was penalized only 3 times for 25 yards.
Yeah.
Orr played in his second Super Bowl that season, Super Bowl 50, as a starting left tackle. Oh, that was the one where Von Miller actually owned Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Panthers. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, the Ravens.
Ravens.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then
he
went to
but
the Panthers, apparently. Yeah.
He also, this is hard to say. Now, guess who he won a Super Bowl with?
Who?
The Ravens. And guess who they beat to get that Super Bowl?
The Niners.
Fucking Niners.
Yeah.
God dang it. You know what? Maybe you don't need that money, damn it. No, it was all the wide receivers and Joe Flacco that game.
For sure.
But, I mean, he only played, he started all of his games. He played 110 games.
Mm-hmm.
He started 110 games. And, I mean, this dude, 6'4.5", 309 pounds. His 40-yard dash was a 5.16, which is, I guess, really not that good, but his bench press, 23 reps. I mean, he's a big old boy.
Yeah.
He's definitely a decent athlete. But when he got signed, he signed a 5-year, $13.8 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd all that money go? And then he signed a 4-year deal, $20 million contract, with the Titans. Where's that money? He was placed on injured reserve the previous 2 games due to a toe injury. Graded Orr as the 74th best tackle out of 78 for the 2014 season. Got released in February 2015. Damn. Then he signed a 2-year, $7 million deal with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Where's all this money at?
I'm sure he's had it to probably support not only his life but his family's life.
And then he signed a 3-year extension.
And then there's also people you have to pay.
Where he got $21.6 million with $9.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then he was placed on injured reserve in 2016 with a concussion only of having played in only 3 games during 2016. Then in 2017 he was released after a failed physical.
Wow.
So, not that he doesn't need the money, but I mean,
Of course, yeah.
I think he had the resources. I just want to know why now. Last time he played was 2016.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I mean, what, 7 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
What has he been doing since?
Yeah.
Why haven't we heard about this since? Like, if maybe now he needs the money, maybe people were threatening him the whole time, and finally those threats went away, and now he can actually do something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to this. A lot of potential layers for reasons of why or why not. You know, we don't know what's been going on in people's personal life, or his personal life, or the family's personal life, and what's been. Yeah, so we don't like. The only people who know are the people who are probably the ones who were following the lawsuit.
yeah. Unfortunately, and it's sad because, like I said, it was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that the movie was basically a lie really sucks. Because I mean, that's a lot of people's favorite movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's a very heartwarming, awesome movie.
Yep.
And now we just take that movie and flush it down the drain.
I don't think it's all false. But there's definitely apparently some real issues with not only where the money has gone from the movie, but also where some corners might have been cut and some information not have been released or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, on another note. There has been this is a little older on the list of things that we wanted to talk about today, but the Montgomery, Alabama boat brawl. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Holy crap, man!
Well, because remember I told you about it. I was like, this was a literal race war.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it was blacks versus whites. Is what it was. Honestly, it's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, that's what it became.
It was like Avengers. That scene in Avengers,
where
they all show up on this side, and was it Infinity War?
Endgame.
Yeah, where they're over here and the bad guys are over here.
Yeah,
and they charge at each other and just start beating the shit out of each other. That's what that was.
There's so many memes that has happened over the span of just 2 weeks.
Do we know how it started?
Oh yeah, I definitely know how it started.
I don't know if I've ever seen the very beginning.
Okay, so let me take you step by step.
Please.
All right, so
isn't that a song or a show?
Step by step. Yeah, I sang it. I sung it one time on this podcast.
You did. Oh, good. I think I remember that now. Just from the
yeah. But there is okay, this is what happened. So there was this boat of white people.
Yes.
Definitely drunk.
Caucasians.
A boat of Caucasians who were docked where this ferry is supposed to be docked.
Okay.
So the security guard.
Is that where the guy jumped off and swam all the way to him? Was that what that was, a ferry?
Yes.
Okay.
There, and I'll get to that.
Okay.
There was a dock worker, a black guy, probably 40s, maybe even middle aged, who was telling them hey, you have to move because that ferry has to dock. So they are pissed off about that, and they're like, no, we're not fucking moving, and all this blah 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 blah. And then he's like, no, you have to move. Yeah. He's like, that's the ferry who's coming to this dock spot. You have to find somewhere else to go.
So it started from that. A homeboy probably punched him or pushed him, told him to get the hell away.
No, all the violence that started was from the people who were on the boat.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, and they keep, and then from earlier videos, a lot of the videos have like been taken down now, of course, because of like, fighting and legal whatever. Yeah. But people start coming off the boat. It's like 6 or 7 of them, and now they're all talking to him, saying we're not moving, calling him N-word this and all this other stuff, and then they start getting racial. And after all, it's Montgomery, Alabama.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and then it gets to a point where the people on the ferry boat, which is full, it's like all black people. who are watching this go down, and they're going, "Move, bitch, get out the way!"
No way.
Yes, they were chanting that.
Awesome. That's awesome.
As these people weren't moving, so you have like, you know, who knows how many black people who are watching this dock worker about to get assaulted. They keep like ganging up on him, walking towards him. He's backing up, like he's like saying like, "No, you got to move, you got to go."
Yeah,
and then he's like trying to push him back and like trying not to get into an altercation. Next thing you know, this dock worker takes off his hat.
Wow.
Throws it up in the air.
I've never gotten that warning before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And when he threw his hat in the air, that was basically the signal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then they just
because like when that happened, like he threw his hat up, and then you know they started the fight. They're not going to be able to know what's the people listening. Not going to be able to know what's going on here.
Okay, so there's the guard.
But at one point, so he throws his hat up in the air. That's when the guy, at that point, people get the signal. They know what's going down. Mm-hmm. And then some people storm forward to help him. He's kind of holding his own, but it's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
So some people help in. They take some people off. Now it's just a big fight. There's a guy from the ferry who jumped off the ferry, swam to the dock.
That's Black Aquaman.
Yeah.
He's my hero.
They've been calling him Aqua Mane.
Aquaman.
So he swam to the dock to swam to the fight to get some smoke. Then the angle you saw wasn't the only angle.
No,
there was some angle of the people who were trying to get on the boat.
Yes,
they got pulled off of the boat.
It beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
that must have been after that because that seemed way too calm.
Yeah, because that wasn't the only angle.
No.
Yeah, so there was stuff happening, and there was something that happened after that too.
Yeah.
Because after that, then some guy takes a chair and he starts just going WWE on like these people. Yeah, like he only got to 2 people because the cops were there. They were like, okay, dude, like
awesome.
You gotta,
you need to fucking chill.
Yeah, like
bro.
yeah. And they had to take him to jail because what happened
it's
was
assault with a weapon.
Well, yeah, but it was also on film. Because the cops were behind the black people who were like taking care of business.
Yeah,
because like when they showed up, they didn't immediately start arresting people.
No,
yeah,
as you shouldn't.
Right, so they were like behind the people who were like ganging up, and then there's people that are called the skippers, and the skippers were like these 3 black guys who skipped to the fight.
Oh, my
and like.
Lord. The skippers.
In like the black community, we know that if somebody's skipping to a fight, it's about to be a problem.
Oh,
like,
is that? I think I know
when
what
you
you
look,
mean.
Yeah, like when you look joyous, and you start skipping and like holding your pants. And
yes. You're like cocking your arms back. You're like, yeah.
Like you know it's gonna be a problem because when those people enter the scene, they had no chance.
I wonder if I can put in skippers.
And that's where you had like the meme of like the in-game people coming out of the portals and stuff like that. When you had,
this was the one
the
that
skippers.
I saw, and the women were coming off of there and getting their shit beat out of them.
Yeah, because in my opinion, if you start laying your hands on people, that's when it's like free game.
It's
like
free game.
Yeah, like
and
because at that point it's self-defense.
Yeah, and especially when women are hit.
Yeah,
like once guys are hitting women too, like all right, bro, like no, it's on.
Yeah,
and that's like a free excuse to go beat the shit out of someone.
Basically, yeah, because like I feel like if you don't want to be in the fight, then you leave.
Yes. Oh, all these people wanted the smoke.
Yeah. See that? Yeah. See, this is the other.
Right
yeah.
here.
So yeah.
See, there's a woman.
Yeah.
There's the other woman that runs over this girl, and then I think she slipped. No, somebody slipped.
Somebody put her in the water.
Look at all of them against 2 dudes.
Nope. And there was a black woman too who pushed the other woman in the water. So it wasn't all like men on women.
Oh,
it was
like
there was some black women who were
That's
like
awesome.
handling business too. So this whole situation. Let me take you down the timeline, okay?
Because there's suspects, charges, and
because there's more to the story than just a brawl. Okay, so like this is a whole string of events. All right, I think 4 days or so prior to that, there was a Trump rally.
Why is it always God dang it.
And then like a day before that, there was like this christening of this dock. There was like this big like black women's march. and they were like blessing the dock basically. Like they were like, well, the blessing because this
Is it
dock.
a brand new dock?
No, it's because this was actually a historic dock that black people were sold on.
No shit.
Yeah, so like slaves were sold on this dock.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they were coming to like christen the dock and like bless it and things like that. That was the day before. Actually, that was it hours before or the day before? One or the other. But like that happened, and then the brawl happened.
I love how.
So it's like this whole string of events that happened that led up to this brawl.
I get the other details because obviously I'm white, you're black.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a shit if somebody's getting beat up. I'm watching the video and all that. I don't give a shit about race and any of that. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I love having the perspective of the black man.
Yeah.
And hearing, there was a
there was so much.
Like, where'd you come up with these details?
There is so much that is leading that was leading up to this. Like it goes so much deeper than just a brawl. But yeah, like it was. But what I hated, well, there's a lot that's so stupid about it. But like one of the things that's really dumb about this is that you gang up. It's like 8 on one person.
Oh yeah.
And then you try to flee. It's like you did this in front of not only a whole bunch of people, but a whole bunch of black people who are on this ferry.
Yeah.
It was like, no, like that's not.
Yeah, that's not gonna go down.
They took them off the boat, and they're like, no, you're gonna get this ass whooping.
And I mean, you saw the one clip where they were all the black people back here, and there was 2 white guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna beat the shit out of that guy. Sure enough, one guy swung, put him into the wall, and they just started swinging on them all.
Yeah. So the only time people started getting handcuffed was after like the whole thing was ended, and then of course you got the guy who had the chair who wasn't done.
I guarantee you, somebody was drunk. That's one of the reasons why.
Most of the white people were definitely drunk.
I guarantee you, they were drunk.
Yeah, they were definitely drunk. They weren't even swinging properly. So you had, so the only person who got charged, I think as far as like the black people who were there who got charged was the guy with the chair. Because because it was all over and he was kind of going crazy.
The guy with the chair.
And like of course he got charged. It was on film. It was like, dude, you can't be doing that.
I want to see that part.
So he got charged, but he got bailed out.
Okay.
They banded together to bail him out.
That's funny. I like that.
But everybody who helped that dock worker, I don't think should be charged with anything. Because they were not only helping him, but it was also self-defense, in my opinion.
Exactly.
And I think personally, they helped prevent an attempted murder. Because who knows if they weren't there? Who knows if nobody else saw this?
You never know.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
So
no, I definitely like the banning, not banning, banding together.
Yeah.
I said banding.
Yeah.
That whole thing, I like that. Oh. But I don't. There's 2 things I hate about this. One, I hate that Trump is involved yet again.
Well, it's not directly
I
to
know,
Trump, but yeah.
I know, but still, I mean, the guy gave you cheap gas, guys. Like, I know he's not the greatest person.
Yeah,
but
it was just a rally that and again, it's Montgomery, Alabama. It's definitely not the safest place for black people.
And that's the thing is that isn't that part like one of the most like racial towns?
Alabama in general isn't great.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely different down there. Like, I'd probably catch flack just for being tan. It's probably that. They'd be like, "You Mexican," and I'd be like, "I don't speak it."
You look it, boy.
You look it, though, boy. But no, that and the fact that, and there's one thing that I know I've talked to you about before multiple times. Why has it got to be a race thing?
They made it a race thing.
I know. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
And
some people are still racist.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like me and you. I mean, we're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I can talk to you and have a conversation with you.
Well, you weren't raised racist.
But I can, you've got your views and I've got mine, and we're still good friends.
Yeah.
Why can't we just fucking do that? Is it really that hard?
Well,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
this has been going on for decades, if not hundreds of years. So it shouldn't be that hard. But
shouldn't.
Yeah.
People make it literally what offends you about a black man telling you that you have to move your boat?
That's what offended them, that a black man had to tell him that.
Well, dude, like, move your fucking boat.
That's what I'm saying.
Obviously,
like,
that's where the ferry goes.
It was a black dude in authority telling white people who apparently hate his kind that you got to move.
I fucking hate.
So that's why all the N words were spewed and all this other BS.
You know
and
what?
then they started jumping them.
And that not only was it the self-defense thing, but that word should never be used.
Yeah.
Even I've talked to you about that. That word should never be used ever.
Yep. And he threw up the hat.
And once he says it, like, that should be free game to be like, you deserve an ass whooping for using that word.
And then the dock worker threw the hat up.
Yep.
And everybody got the signal.
All right, fucking
it was
here
like
we
people were calling that the bat signal.
The bat signal.
When he threw the hat up. And then, everybody knew what time it was.
Yeah. No, I agree that since that man swung, he deserved to get his ass whooped. Then when multiple white people came over,
Yeah, they started jumping him.
They deserve to get their ass whooped as much as they did.
Yep.
Do I agree with some of the women that might have gotten their asses whooped for trying to stop it? No,
I wouldn't even try. Like, if there is a pile of people who are fighting, I am not stepping in there because I know I'm about to get swung on just for being there.
Like I know I'm a bigger guy,
yeah,
but I still, you hit somebody right in the temple, in the right spot, you're going down.
Yeah, and then some of the black women, again, that's not the only video either. No. There's like 8 different videos. Yeah, and then some of the black women were coming on the dock and then taking care of the white women who were trying to get in the fight. Some of them got like thrown into the dock.
I can't believe that, bro. That is nuts.
So they wanted to make sure that it wasn't like dudes beating up women. They were taking care of that.
That is one of the. I think that's one of the I think it's one of the first times I've actually seen a video go viral about 2 separate skin-colored groups of people going at each other like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever think I've seen anything like that before.
This is going to be, like, talked about.
Oh, yeah.
For a long time.
For a while. So it is definitely something that...
And the fact that it happened in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah. So
could you imagine being there though when that happened? Like, I don't know what I could do or I would do.
I would have jumped in.
I probably would have been.
I would have helped out.
Oh shit! What do we say when the cops come in? What do you say? You just start shouting the most random things ever.
Oh yeah! Whoa! I did my best.
That's probably what it would be at that point for me. I'd be like, chicken noodle soup.
But they were just coming. They were just behind the black people.
Yeah.
They were like, we're just gonna let them do what they do, and then we'll take care of we'll take care of what happens afterwards. So yeah, like this was.
That's crazy that happened.
This was something else. This was something else. So yeah, but I would have teamed up with Aqua Mane.
Aqua Mane,
and because we were the 2 smallest people there. If I was there, like he was about as skinny as I was.
Even the women were bigger than y'all.
Yeah, so I would have teamed up with him. We would have been like Ricochet and Logan Paul or something like that, or the New Day.
Aqua Team.
Oh, speaking of the New Day.
Oh,
after that brawl,
yes.
Do you know what happened on the following week when the New Day came back?
No,
the New Day were backstage.
Okay,
with folding chairs. Because of the chair.
That's what he had? Oh, I'm thinking of like a stool chair or something like that. He had a folding chair like
chairs,
that?
like the one that was being used to swing on these people. They had chairs backstage.
The subtle hints. Oh my gosh.
And you could see Kofi and Xavier Woods. They were back doing like chair chi.
Oh my God.
And they were like swinging. They were like, I was like, oh, I love it.
The fact that they came back and did that.
Yes,
oh,
I was like,
man.
this is great. This is amazing. I was like, Big E should come back. When he comes back, they come out. They should all have chairs, and Big E should start throwing hats. Big E should start, instead of pancakes, throw hats. Big E, throw the hats up.
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back to wrestle.
I
think he's coming back.
I
think he's going to be in more like a managerial role.
No, fuck that.
He's not going to wrestle.
No,
he's going to enforce.
Fuck that too.
Wait, you don't want to see him? Period.
No, damn, I love Big E.
Oh,
I love any big guy. I love.
Yeah, big meaty man slapping meats.
Him and Otis would be amazing together.
Yeah.
No, I would love to see him with Pat McAfee.
Oh, okay.
I know he is funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Big E's
him
hilarious.
and Pat McAfee together would be hilarious.
That would be a good time.
At least on SmackDown.
That would be
keep Michael Cole on Raw with. I think last week was Wade Barrett.
Yeah, I think so.
Keep that going. Even bring back the guy that was like the boxing
Announcer dude.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Bring
about.
back him, but like use the 2-man duo or maybe 3 of like Corey Graves, Pat McAfee, and Big E.
Corey Graves, who I was thinking of. Yeah,
that would be great.
But yeah, I think the tradition though is always 2 people at the announce table, and I think when you have 3, it starts getting kind of there's too many voices.
Don't they do that on AEW?
Yeah. I think with but with WWE, like they old traditions die old, so or never die at all. So
no, they don't.
And so
especially when Vince is involved.
Yeah. So the only time you have multiple people at the table is like when a wrestler shows up and he's like ringside by someone he's gonna face soon. It's like, yeah, look at this jabroni, and then LA Knight comes out and he's like,
yeah,
he goes He was talking to.
Let me talk to you.
He was talking to not the Young Bucks. Who was it?
You're mixing universes here.
Blood. Who was it? The 2 black dudes.
2 black dudes.
Tag team. No.
Street Profits.
Street Profits. Street
Oh,
Profits.
okay.
I forgot. Yeah, he was talking to Street Profits. He was like, You've been over here talking smack all night. Don't think I didn't hear you. He's like, you come up to me talking about you want the smoke. Nah. You're gonna get smoked. Nah.
I love that.
But whose game is it? When everybody's saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. And then he throws the mic and he hits Corey Graves in the head. And he's like, oh. Dude, he's like, you could at least caught it, bro.
I love LA Knight now.
Yeah. He's over, man. He's over.
I think the plan is him versus Theory. He beats Theory. Well, I thought, did it happen?
No, because now he's in a feud with The Miz. LA Knight is.
So, Theory came out on the the Waller effect, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And Rey Mysterio was out there.
Yeah.
And let me start that over. Sorry. Austin Theory came out on the Waller effect, I think is what the show is called. And Waller had Rey Mysterio on there. Well, then he said, you give me that back. That's mine. Mm-hmm. I'm only going off of clips I saw.
Right.
Well, then Adam Pearce comes out because he tells him to come out. And he goes, I thought you would call me blah, blah, blah. And they start talking about what they can do immediately after LA Knight comes out.
Yeah.
So I think LA Knight versus Austin Theory.
Hopefully.
Okay.
He's got to win that title.
Theory gets beat.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio, he ain't going to defend his title. He's getting old. Let's face it. I mean,
yeah.
He ain't going to hold that thing for long.
I don't even really know why they put...
I don't know
They want to make the LWO a thing.
It's not.
But
really
this is LA Knight's time.
Yes.
Make it a thing later, because people don't even really care now.
Well, okay. You could make it a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the tag titles to somebody else. Let's start with that. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta separate those belts.
We gotta do that. Get them off of Sammy and Kevin because obviously they're done,
and they're not even a tag team.
They really aren't.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe give them to Judgment Day. And then LWO and Judgment Day go at each other for months and months and months and months and months. I don't mind that. That's cool. You know,
and there's some history there anyway.
And there
with
is.
Dom being on Judgment Day.
Exactly.
And you have Damian Priest, who was always feuding with either somebody from the LWO or Rey Mysterio. And Bad Bunny.
Or I was just going to say, or Bad Bunny, who helped Rey Mysterio in the LWO.
Right.
So why not let them do their thing? And then come over here. LA Knight beats Austin Theory, goes for the title, takes the title, makes the U.S. title something great again, and then, or at least give it some relevancy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it hasn't had that since Cena's had it.
Really, honestly, yeah.
I mean, Bobby Lashley had it for the long time, but what did he do? He didn't really do anything.
Yeah, he didn't really get the...
Seth Rollins had it, but he didn't really do anything.
Like, the U.S. title is just so boring.
It is.
And now it's even more boring because Austin Theory hasn't defended it in
he doesn't
how
do anything.
Long? He's a part-timer for what reason?
Exactly.
He's on a Roman Reigns schedule. Mm-hmm. And you just got the U.S. title, dude.
And the fact that he doesn't do anything with it, it irritates the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time someone's over, they give it to they give him the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, usually.
So give him the U.S. title. It's right there. Like you literally your storyline's right there.
Usually the Intercontinental title leads to the WWE title.
Yeah.
Usually.
Which
I don't think it will this time, but maybe we'll see.
I freaking think so somehow.
Eventually, because right now Gunther's got it.
Yeah,
and someone's got to lose. Somebody's got to take it from Gunther.
He's gonna beat Honky Tonk Man's record.
Of course
gonna happen.
Yeah.
After that, because WWE's been about record breaking
title reigns
for
like the past 3 years. Yeah.
You know, the Usos, Roman Reigns, Bianca, Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could keep going on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, hopefully not Theory.
Hopefully not, because he's boring, dude.
And he hasn't even defended his title.
No, he hasn't.
Why was he in the battle royal? He's the U.S. champion.
I don't know.
Have a match between him and someone else. Don't have the battle royal because now you're starting this stupid feud with the Miz and LA Knight that I guess is done now.
That's why they always do every time there's a battle royal. It's always the number one contender.
Yeah,
you always who's gonna fight for it? Okay, then you see this whole battle royal, which is I love battle royals and Royal Rumbles. They're always amazing.
Mm-hmm. But it has to mean something.
Exactly
because LA Knight winning it didn't mean anything.
Didn't mean shit.
The only thing it did was start the feud with the Miz because he threw the Miz over the top rope.
Exactly. Why give him that? And I mean, the only other thing I can see is him and Austin Theory go at it.
Yeah.
And then the Miz throws him out of the ring or beats him or something like that and helps Theory.
Yeah.
Then they start this thing where it's LWO and LA Knight versus Miz and Theory. That's the only thing I can see.
Yeah, for sure.
If they were smart, they would just put the fucking title on him while he's relevant.
If they were smart, yeah.
But we know Vince isn't smart.
Yeah.
So put the title on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then go from there.
You're good to go.
Like I feel like people forget about these titles. Like, oh shit, we have tag team champions that don't defend their belts.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a U.S. champion that doesn't defend his belt. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Gunther, Io Sky.
Yeah,
and
you got to start a few. You got to start something with her now.
Not as much, but Rhea Ripley. Are the 5 people that defend their titles.
And Rhea didn't even get a title shot at what we just have? SummerSlam. She didn't even get a match.
Nope. At all.
Nope. So
now
she's just Dom's talking like mouthpiece at this point.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't really defend her belt. And then you got and Roman Reigns doesn't defend his. We see Roman Reigns on pay-per-views. That's it.
Yeah.
Then he'll come out on SmackDown and talk about how the bloodline is this, bloodline that. He gets a super kick to the face.
I don't know
end
where
of,
this
end
thing
of SmackDown
is going anymore.
And then we'll see.
I feel like,
but we see Roman Reigns at pay-per-views every month, and then once on SmackDown.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes, I feel like the only thing you can do to make that bloodline thing any good, like worthy, is do the fatal 4-way. Everybody in the bloodline for the title. And then if it was me, I'm giving it to Solo. Either Roman wins it again and then you get it off of him somehow, or I'm giving it to Solo. I can't give it to Jimmy or Jay.
Well, here's the thing. You got to break up the table before you do that, though, because if you can't have a fatal 4-way if Solo is still coming out with Roman.
True.
You got to break the table completely. So what's got to happen? And I thought Jay was actually going to get the belt. I mean, I guess in my heart of hearts, I knew he wasn't. But I thought maybe there'd be something there. And if he lost, it would be from somebody else, like some other elder or something like that. I don't know. But it turned out to be Jimmy. So what I'm thinking is going to happen, and I'm only thinking in the minds of the writers of the WWE because what I'm about to say is very dumb. But what I think is going to happen is, you know, when he was on SmackDown, he said, I'm out the bloodline, I'm out SmackDown, I'm out WWE, deuces, deuces.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're going to drag what's going on with Jimmy and Roman and Solo all the way out until WrestleMania.
Oh, it's ugly.
We're not going to hear from Jay barely at all, unless we hear like little whispers of Jay. And I think what's going to happen is it's going to be they're going to insert Cody into this storyline because that's what they're trying to give him the belt. I know they're trying to give him the belt, and I hate it. But here's what's going to happen. They're going to insert Cody into the storyline some stupid way. I haven't thought about that yet, how they're going to do that, but they will. And what's going to happen at WrestleMania? Cody is going to win, but not by himself, Jay is going to come out and screw Roman out of the title.
Okay, so my only issue with that, if you're going to give Cody the title, you should have given it to him at WrestleMania.
No.
Then, well, I think so. Because then they come out, Roman starts talking about how he lost a belt and blah, 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 and that he couldn't rely on his family to help him retain the belt. And then they come out and they're like, "You're the tribal chief. You should be able to do this and that." And then he's like, "You should have my back." And then they all, hate each other, blah, blah, blah. And then
I wasn't flipping you off, by the way.
I was wondering what you were doing.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know you hate my idea.
Yeah. but yeah. I'll use this finger from now on.
I don't care. But do it that way. Don't drag it out and then, our original plan to give it to him at WrestleMania. We're not going to do it till next year. What the fuck was the hype for all this then?
What was the hype for Sammy? What was the hype for Jay?
Oh my God, the hype for Sammy.
You have to give it to somebody that makes sense. Sammy made sense.
Yeah.
Jay made sense.
Yeah.
Cody didn't make sense. When he lost it, I was like, oh, great, we got another year. But it still made sense that Cody would lose it because he has nothing. There's no reason for him to be there.
There's no storyline.
Yeah, so if you want Cody to win, which I think they do, you got to insert him in the story. And they're going to shoehorn it in some stupid way. He's going to bump into Cody backstage or something dumb. And then they're going to do it that way.
I think
it's going to be dumb. It's going to be so dumb.
My idea or
so
what
stupid.
you think already?
Just everything.
Oh.
It's
I think
it's so bad that we even have to try to decipher this stuff.
Oh, definitely. If you're really going to give, keep Cody away from that storyline.
Yeah.
Keep him away. I'm fine with the Fatal 4-Way somehow at next year's WrestleMania. Fine. You want to drag it out? Drag it out. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Roman will be number 2 in longest reigns ever. I think
it'll be a Fatal 4-Way before WrestleMania. I think it'll be
fine.
like Elimination Chamber or something.
Do that. That's fine. But give it to somebody else. Obviously, you're not going to give it to Jimmy or Jay. There's no way. They're not singles people. They're tagged.
Yeah.
They're literally, you can't do that.
That's why it's so dumb that this happened.
You give it to Solo.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay? Roman takes a year or 2 off. Fuck it. Whatever. Put Cody in Seth Rollins in a match with Seth Rollins somehow.
Yeah.
Let him win that one. It's still a world heavyweight champion. It's the only belt Dad never won. I get that. But they're both heavyweight championship belts, WWE belts.
One's the heavyweight champion or WWE champion, and then the other is a Universal. But
it's in the same area.
Yeah.
So let him fucking win. Give me Cody beating Seth. Fine. I can swallow that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Give me LA Knight and give me somebody other than fucking Roman. And give me some new tag titles.
Yeah. And whoever wins this belt, please don't put him on a part-time schedule. I am so tired of one of the old things that the WWE should have kept was when you are a champion, when you are the company's champion, you defend that belt pretty much every week.
Oh yeah. That's why I'll say it every single time. John Cena was a great champion no matter what.
He was the last full-time title holder.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then after that, because then Cena kind of started going off a bit, and then he started kind of being part-time with movies and things like that. Then Brock was part-time. Now Roman is part-time.
And we all hated Brock being part-time.
Yeah. Because it's like you have the company's belt and you won't defend it. It's just so annoying.
It's dumb.
So I hate seeing Roman at pay-per-views only, but that's how I feel about it. But hopefully some good things in the works for that, and then we actually get some good WWE back to where it could actually make sense, because a lot of it's just not making sense.
I think
they're dragging things out so long.
We need to apply for jobs there.
Oh, well, we would get fired because we like to make sense.
That's very true. Never mind.
Our stories wouldn't work.
We're like that guy that gets thrown out the building in the little comic strip.
Yeah, just
what should we do?
Yeah.
Give Roman a longer reign.
Remember how Jazz used to get thrown out of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes.
Just use a dummy.
The dummy all the way. Uncle Phil would throw them out.
Yeah.
They just magically pop up. Yeah.
But don't let Kyle and Derek be your Fresh Prince dummy. Keep coming back. This has been an episode of Itchy Sweater. Thanks again. Remember to rate, follow, like, share, subscribe. Whatever, however you like to share love. Just make sure you like to share it.
You want to come talk to us?
Come talk to us.
Come talk to us.
Yeah, we'll be here for you.
We'll be here. We'll put you on here.
4 open ears.
You got some things you want to
and
get off your
4
chest?
open legs.
Whoa. 4 open legs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have your way with both of us.
Okay.
Candlelit.
Oh.
Yeah.
You promise?
Promise.
Fuck yeah.
You're going to get some. I'm going to get some. So if you want a piece of me and Kyle, ask. That's all you got to do is ask. We'll either say yes or no.
That's
The
it.
worst we could say is no. But you might just get a yes. And you'll get to have a piece of both of us.
God, I don't know if Kayla will like that.
Who says she has to know?
Oh, shit.
Anyway, this has been... No, it was just a joke.
It's just a joke.
But podcast.
Podcast, sir.